Wild shape. Power of nature infuses you, allowing you to assume the form of an animal. As a bonus action, you transform into a beast form that you have learned for this feature. See known forms. Stay in that form for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down, or until you use wild shape again. Have the incapacitated condition or die. You can also leave the form early as a bonus action. Known forms. You start knowing 3 forms for this feature, chosen from among beast stat blocks that have a maximum challenge rating of 1 out of 4 and lack of fly speed. Rather than choosing, you may start with the riding horse, spider, and wolf. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one of your known forms with another eligible form. When you gain certain druid levels, you learn additional forms, and the maximum challenge rating of your forms increases as shown in the Beast Shapes table. Starting at 8th level, you can adopt a form that has a fly speed. Okay, so that's a good start. It doesn't really say anything yet, so I guess I'm gonna have to keep reading. I will say this, I do think known forms is something that people have been complaining and whining about. Because one of the biggest issues, and this is in no way a jab at my players, but one of the biggest issues with druids is the fact that, especially if you have like a player who like doesn't think their turn through before their turn, and then they want to beast shape, there's this little thing where they now start looking through every single beast that they know, and they go, maybe I'll pick this one, maybe I'll pick this one, maybe I'll pick this one, or maybe I'll pick this one. And after an hour, you finally have a choice. And this, I think, is better. It keeps it concise. It could be a little more. I don't know if you need more than 3, but this is good. And everybody gets to use it as a bonus action is just flat out a good change. Like, this is flat out just something that was necessary. Although, hold up. Number of uses. You can use wild shape twice. You regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Additional uses when you reach certain druids levels. Rules while transformed. While in a form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak, and the following rules applies. I knew it. Fuck. I knew it. Your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast, but you retain your hit points, hit dice, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma score, class features, special traits, languages, and feats. Also retain your skill and saving throw proficiencies, and you use your proficiency bonus for them, in addition to gaining those of the creature. If the creature has the same proficiency as you and bonus in the stat block is higher than yours, use the creature's bonus instead of yours. Creature has any legendary or lair actions, can't use them. I mean, I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna, like... Like, we all know why they're doing that. They're doing that because Barbarian was broken. I'm assuming Moon Druid is going to get, like, a feature where they're going to be able to get temporary hit points or something, but... yeah. It was to be expected, to be honest. Can't cast spells. Transforming doesn't break your concentration on a spell you've already cast. Prevents you from taking actions that are part of a spell, such as Call Lightning that you've already cast. Sure. And your ability to handle objects is determined by the form's limbs rather than your own. Choose whether your equipment falls to the ground. Your space merges into your new form or is worn by it. Worn equipment functions as normal, but the DM decides whether it's practical for the new form to wear a piece of equipment based on the creature's size and shape. Your equipment doesn't change size or shape to match the new form, and any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge with it. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect until you leave the form. Look, I'm going to be honest, this was expected. But now at least you're getting, like, beast forms, which, to be fair, like a wolf, a spider, a riding horse, at least those have their own uses, right? And you can kind of mix and match a little more. You're not stuck to those specific forms with those specific features. Like, at least you still have the versatility of the wild shape that they got rid of with the previous version. So I'm not even going to be mad about this. I think this is better. And if we're being honest, looking at the fact they're very clearly going after the two most broken multi-classing builds, this is completely normal. So am I sad about it? Yes, because I liked that little bit of brokenness from Druid. Am I going to cry about it? No, because to be perfectly honest, it's fine. So Druid subclass, Circle of Land, Circle of the Moon, which we expected. Circle of the Sea is the new one, and Circle of the Stars, which is the one from Tasha's. Which is weird that they're using Circle of Stars. I didn't expect that. That is weird. That is really weird. Then again, what were the Xanathar's ones that Druid got? Which one is it? Circle of Dreams, which was like the heavy healing one? Oh, and Shepherd, which was the summoning one. Yeah, I get it. Stars is easier to, like, Stars is easier than that one, I think. Stars is easier to explain than Shepherd. Yeah. I think I had a player who used to play a Shepherd. Oh yeah, wasn't Yono's character in the King series a Shepherd Druid? I think so. Anyway. Ability score improvement, sure. Wild Resurgence. If you have no uses of Wild Shape left, you can give yourself one by expending a spell slot. Spend one use of Wild Shape to give yourself a first level spell slot, and you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Okay. You get Wild Shapes back. You get Wild Shapes back when you finish a short rest. So technically what you're saying here is if you take a short rest, get back a first level spell slot, and then, like, short rest so you get your Wild Shape back is pretty much what we're saying here. I mean, sure. It's fine. It's completely fine. I don't care. That's completely fine. I get why they're saying you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, because technically you'd be able to, like, short rest, get back, short rest, get back, short rest, get back. Like, yeah, I get it. To be fair, it's only a first level slot, so. 6, you get a Druid subclass feature. 7, Elemental Fury. The might of elements flows through you. I have not been looking at the PHB table because I've been shitting on Wild Shape. Because I feel it needs to be shit on. Then again, there's so little features in the Druid table. So what do we get here? For real though? You add your Wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with any primal cantrip. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon or beast form's attack in Wild Shape, you can cause the target to take an extra 1d8 cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. Wait. Okay, this is kind of cool, the fact that it increases by 300 feet, but okay, sure. shit? Why are the druid features the same as the cleric features? What the fuck? This is bullshit. Why? Why is this a thing? This is just the same as the cleric stuff. What? Oh god, I'm predicting it in like two or three UAs. They're just gonna get rid of Druid, make Artificer the new 12th class. They're just gonna get rid of Druid, put it into Cleric, and just make like a fucking, I don't know, like nature domain Druid, like nature domain Cleric whose channel divinity is gonna be Wild Shape. Like, it's just gonna be it, isn't it? Oh, fuck. Come on, man. Fucking, they're gonna merge the Primal and Divine Spell thingies because Ranger would be the only class that still uses it at that point. God. Oh, man. I didn't actually look. Druid does use the Primal spell list, right? Like, I'm not going crazy, right? Primal spell list. Okay, just before I completely lose my fucking mind here. Anyway. What was I doing? Sorry, I'm just completely out of it. Yeah, commune with nature is a 9th level spell. Sure, that's actually like, that is, again, that's cleric. Cleric gets commune at 9 as well. Come on, 10 subclass features, sure. At least cleric got their subclass features at other levels. 12 ability, 14 subclass, 15 this crap. Ability score improvements at 16, sure. 18 beast spells. Whenever you're in wild save spells, cast spells in beast form except for any spells that is a material component with a cost specified or consumes it materials component. Cool. Cool. This used to be a thing apparently already at 18. Yeah, originally it used to be all material components. Like, if the spell had a material component, you can use it. Here it's a material component with a cost specified or that consumes its material component. What was it in the other one? Beast spells. And you don't need to provide free material components. Yeah. So they kept that, they just moved it to 18. 19, ability score. 20, Archdruid. Whenever you roll initiative and have no uses of Wild Shape left, you gain 1 expended use. Woohoo! You can convert uses of Wild Shape into a spell slot. No action required. Choose a number of your unexpected uses of Wild Shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. Must then finish a long rest. Okay. So that's the reason that the maximum amount of Wild Shape uses is 4, so that you can't get a 9th level slot. Okay. Does this mean that if you can get like 1 additional Wild Shape through some sort of a weirdo feature or magic item, you can like get a 9th level spell slot and then short rest? Or does it have to be exactly that kind of a spell slot level? Where it's like, you can't make a 10th level slot, so you can't use 5 uses. Like, would you be able to make a 7th? Like, to be fair, nobody's ever going to ask that question because you would have all of the spell slots already. And it says convert. It doesn't say you regain a spell slot, so you can actually have 2 8th level spell slots with this. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird. It just seems weird. And you age 10 years for every 1 year that passes. I mean, how am I getting mad at Druid again? I'm not even mad about the wild shape changes. It's just like, how are you literally making this cleric 2.0? How is that a thing? How? How are you making this cleric 2.0? The only thing that differentiates them is apparently their spell lists, which isn't in the class. But what? Their level 1 is the same? Their level 1 is the same. Their level 2 is just wild shape compared to like your weird channel divinity stuff. Like, sure, that's technically a big difference. You both get your subclass at 3, and it's like 7 is the same, 15 is there 14, I think. 9 is the same. This is so stupid. Oh god. Oh, I'm sorry. I should not be this negative. But like, I mean, I'm not gonna question it. I'm just not. I don't have the stomach to question this at this point in time. Oh, anyway.